Welcome back into Undisputed on this Memorial Day.
Put it on. I don't care. Put it on. You're dying to put it on.
Oh, Skip, I know.
Put it on.
Oh, Chris said he wanted to see it. He said, Shannon, can I see it?
I think Chris wants to put it on. You're welcome to.
Not quite.
Chris, he got a little goatee like
I'm
you,
getting
Chris.
closer to reaching out to it, though.
Yeah.
I'm getting closer to reaching out to it.
Chris, don't encourage it. Earlier, he was putting his black and mild out in the coffee. So it's all over the desk now.
All ghetto.
It's exactly what this is. That's where it's heading. All right, Chris, the Cavs won Game 7 in Boston last night, and Jeff Van Gundy said that getting this Cavs team to the finals was the greatest achievement of LeBron's career. All right, Chris Broussard, you always bring the truth. What do you think here? You agree?
This was tremendous. Fantastic. I can throw out all the accolades that LeBron James for doing this. However, no way. This is not the best achievement of LeBron's career. I can go back to 2000. I think it's the third best. Okay, second best, I go back to 2007. Now, I think that 2017 was better than this one because they lock you down defensively. But offensively, they had nothing outside of LeBron. And I say that was a bigger achievement to get them to the finals because of who they beat. In the second round, a 22-year-old LeBron James goes through Jason Kidd, Vince Carter, Richard Jefferson, all three in their prime. Kidd and Jefferson had been to 2 finals, and he beats them in 6.
I would agree.
You know, and only his second time in the playoffs. And then the next round, Detroit, you're down 0-2. And Rasheed Wallace, Rip Hamilton, Chauncey Billups. I can even throw in Tayshaun, Chris Webber, and Anthony McDyess, who were there toward the end. But to beat that team 4 straight, we know what he did in Game 5. 29 of their last 30 points, 25 straight. That was a bigger accomplishment. But I can't believe that people have forgotten already about the biggest accomplishment of his career, 2016. Down 3-1. Whenever you do something no one else has ever done, that, to me, is humongous. Nobody else had come back from 3-1 down.
Right.
2 times you got to win in Golden State. You don't have home court advantage. And he gives them 41 back-to-back in 5 and 6, and then a triple-double in Game 3.
Game 7, you mean?
I'm sorry, Game 7. And it's the best regular team season in regular season history. And let's face it, that was a better team. Golden State was the better team.
Yes.
And LeBron got them over the hump. I think that was his greatest achievement.
I think the thing is why people kind of put this one because he did have Kyrie, because in Game 5, Kyrie went for 41. And in Game 6, Kyrie had another monster game to back up LeBron's 41. And so I think because he had a healthy Kevin Love and a healthy Kyrie, Kevin Love basically missed the last 2 ball games. He got hurt. He got hurt with 3 minutes to go into Game 6. And in the first couple of games, I mean, he really didn't do a whole lot, especially Game 1. Now, he did come with LeBron. He came along with LeBron in Game 2. I think he had 22 and LeBron had 40, so they scored the lion's share of the team's point. But for me, doing what he did on the road in Game 7 with Jeff Green, JR, with that cast of characters, because you got to realize now, plus he also swept a 59-win team in Toronto. The fact of the matter is they were still 50. They still had 59 wins.
Don't even bring up Toronto.
What when you brought up New Jersey?
They had Jason Kidd, Vince Carter, and Richard Jefferson. That's 2 Hall of Famers.
Okay.
Who going to the Hall of Fame from that Toronto team?
Let's
and even the Boston team. That's the bigger thing. That New Jersey team was better than this Boston team. That Detroit team was better than this Boston team. Like, these are young whippersnappers. Jayson Tatum became the youngest player ever to lead a team in scoring and get them to the Eastern Conference Finals in the playoffs. He's a young whippersnapper.
Because, I mean, the thing is, I mean, Magic had Kareem. I believe Magic might have had that. But that's neither here nor there. You look at what LeBron was able to do with this guy. I'll tell you what. Of the teams that still playing in the playoffs, let's say, who other than LeBron could start for the Warriors? Who other than LeBron could start for Houston?
I'm giving you that he didn't have much help. I mean, and I'm not trying to belittle what he did yesterday. Yeah. I'm just saying I think he had to go through more in 07. And then, of course, and the stage. Like, ultimately, this is, if they lose in the finals, this will be great because he got to the finals for an 8th straight time. But what he did in 16, that first championship in Cleveland in 52 years in any major sport, like, the stage was just much bigger.
This is a joke. This whole idea that this was his greatest achievement is a flat-out joke, and this guy's trying to push the joke off the blind witnesses out there who are so gullible that they're buying your goat mask and your
Leave it alone, Skip.
So I am now sitting with the 2 gentlemen who, at the trade deadline, the day after the trade deadline, threw a parade over there about all the actions. I loved it. I thought it was tremendous. I thought Dan Gilbert deserved Executive of the Year. I know Kobe does all the legwork, but Dan Gilbert signed off on that. He ramrodded those trades, and he got rid of the guy that you just couldn't stand to even look at, IT, and he got rid of Derrick Rose, and he got rid of Jay Crowder, who you were completely done with, right? And he got rid of what was left of Dwayne Wade at that point. He let that Wade go back to Miami where he should be. Okay, fine. And it went boom, boom, boom. And every player that they added, I like all of them. I think they're all pretty good. And I still say Rodney Hood's got a game or 2 in him in the finals. I don't know. He's completely dog-ass.
They gave him 8 points yesterday, Skip. You know, those 4 players gave him 8 points.
Yeah, I got it. But they're still pretty good basketball players who can play on any given night much better than that group who was there before. Right? Okay.
Yo, I don't believe he's here with that group.
Do you believe individually, the guys they sent away were better individually than these guys,
that,
right?
But it was
they
not
didn't fit.
working.
They didn't
fit.
Yes.
But they were better. They were more talented.
Okay, but it was such a cakewalk through the 3 teams they got to play to get to the finals that here's what happened. LeBron is still ranked only 41st in individual defense in these playoffs. Only 41st. And remember, the Golden State Warriors just dominate the top 10. They have like 5 in the top, 15 or so?
And the rest of them happen to be Celtics.
Okay, all right. But that's from the regular season. I think that faded in the postseason. But LeBron James got away with getting all the way to the finals. He is running away with the turnover lead in the playoffs. He's got 74. That's 14 more than James Harden. Well, those are wasted possessions, obviously, but it doesn't matter because he is so great on offense and the competition is so average that they play.
Skip, he's going to lead in turnovers because he handles the ball so much and he's playing an average of 42 to 43 minutes a night. Nobody else can play that kind of ball.
But don't give him a pass for that. That's too many. 74?
I said he would Skip. He's been very, very careless with the basketball.
Okay, I got it. And he still can't make his free throws, which just drives me crazy because he's just better than that. But he's a 73% free throw shooter in the postseason.
What did he hit yesterday? He hit 3 or 4 down the stretch?
He missed 2.
If you don't mind me asking.
He missed 1 late.
On Saturday, how many free throws did Kevin Durant miss?
He finally, what did he make, like 30 in a row?
No, finally. Yeah. He missed 4.
Okay, but so for the playoffs, Kevin Durant is 90% and LeBron James is 73%, and you're going to lose yet another case of Diet Mountain Dew to me because do you realize LeBron would have to make 60 straight free throws now to get to your 80% to win the bet? Do you think he's going to make 60 in a row against Golden State?
I might lose that bet.
You might lose that bet, okay? So that's what LeBron sort of got away with to get to this point. So then here comes Indiana. Indiana was a nice basketball team, but it's Victor Oladipo, who'd been rejected by everyone as Russell Westbrook's sidekick, and nobody saw this coming once he went to Indiana in place of George Paul or Paul George, whoever you want to say, but Paul George.
They might have won that trade, too.
Okay, all right. So, but Indiana was the 5 seed to the Cavs 4 seed, and the Cavs were favored to win 5 of those 7 games. I was surprised it went to 7 games because I think you two were surprised it went to 7 games.
No,
right?
Well, they lost game 1, so you know the likelihood of them winning 4 straight, especially going to Indiana. I knew Brown would still won.
All right, and I still say Kevin Love saved their season in that crucial stretch in the late 3rd, early 4th quarter. Don't give me that. You know he did. LeBron checked out. I don't know what was wrong, but he checked out and he walked up the tunnel. He didn't limp up the tunnel.
He had cramps,
He walked up the tunnel. I don't know what was going on, and he missed 5 clock minutes that were crucial because they were only up 1. And when he returned, they were up 12 thanks to Kevin Love, who made 2 threes and a jump shot.
He had 8
points in that stretch. Don't tell me that wasn't crucial.
No, but I'm saying, does that take away from LeBron? You got to have your teammates contribute.
But you got it. You got that help. And then to your Toronto point, that's the second straight year they swept those sorry Raptors. That's just
they shook.
Come on.
But here's the thing, though, Chris.
Sorry.
You and I both can agree. Sweeping the Raptors with Kyrie doing what he was doing, because Kyrie was in his bag all playoffs last year. When Kevin Love, sweeping the Raptors with those two is one thing. Sweeping them this year is something entirely different.
But you know what? They're just psychologically demolished against LeBron. They just come out
more so this year than last year.
Everybody in the East is psychologically damaged.
Okay, well, the Celtics never
weren't.
You know what?
Except
They
until Game
weren't.
7.
But I'm just telling you, you're overrating the Boston Celtics. They were offensively challenged. They're not a shot-making team.
They are a defensive
They don't
team.
have Kyrie, and in the end, you're going to lose without Kyrie Irving to LeBron James. You're just going to.
All I know,
Third best.
All I know is that LeBron went to the finals minus Kyrie. All I know is the Celtics got to the Eastern Conference Final with Kyrie missing the last 2 months of the season. So all I know is my guy, GOAT James, is looking real good right now, Chris.
He is.
All that clutch stuff, all that clutch.
This was his third best achievement.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show, and be sure to check out more of the best clips from Undisputed, or go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.